Hi, this is Guy Levine and welcome to the second day of Pubcon live from Vegas in the Venetian Hotel. So here's some more updates for you on the stuff that was covered. Today's been a massive day. Oh, before we carry on, first things first for some comments. No, I'm not sponsored by Abercrombie & Fitch from my t-shirt yesterday. And 2, I know I pushed my glasses up a lot, but they're slipping right down my face. And 3, this time I've put my notes in front of me, so hopefully I don't have to look down to the side so much. So thank you very much for that feedback. Now let's get on with the show. So today we were speaking about e-commerce and how do we do search engine optimization for e-commerce. So first things first, if you've got an internal search engine running on your site, look for what people are searching for on the site, because that will give you a really good idea of the keywords that you can use to optimize for. And when you've got those great keywords from the internal search, from keyword research, what you've got to do really on an e-commerce site is build out content. Maybe do that through having a big section on buyer's guides. The more content you've got on your site, the more people that are going to be able to find it from Google. The next thing we've got to do is make sure that we've got some unique descriptions. There's no point copy and pasting the description from the manufacturer's site, or even worse, from a competitor's site, to put it on the product descriptions on your site, because it's just going to be counted as duplicate content. And if your competitor's got a much better site than you, Google's really going to want to end up giving them the preference, not you, because they've kind of got more trust with them. One thing I forgot, if you want to keep on following with what's going on, either visit our website or tweet me at guylevine.com, somewhere down there. And the greatest quote from today is, it's the commerce part of e-commerce that excites me. And definitely think about that with the analytics that you're doing, and make sure that you're tracking for money spent, not just on what rankings you've got or that kind of thing. And the next thing that we've got to do is make sure that we add modifiers to our keywords. So if we're selling jam, of course we're going to optimize our site so that when someone types in jam, our site's going to come up. We're also going to make sure that when someone types in strawberry jam, that our site's going to come up, but also make sure that when someone types in cheap jam, jam deals, discount jam, that your site also comes up. So we're going to go for what we call the long tail, the searches that aren't the biggest searches, but individually they make up a lot of traffic, and we're going to do that by adding modifiers. The next thing is that we were talking about was PR. Now PR has changed massively with social media, and now your blog could be the center of your PR strategy. The great thing about blog, you can put on there polls where you ask people questions, get their opinion, something called tweet poll. We can do that via Twitter. What we can also do is all kinds of press releases, but on our blog, if we do a press release, we can include video, we can include audio, we can make it really rich media. So by doing that, it gives you great opportunities. And also, come on, journalists, they're going to search the web all the time looking for people to comment. Get the blog updated, get your press releases on there, do a bit of video. I'm going to do a follow-up post showing you how I've done these videos, because I think that's the next thing that's going to be really big online. If we were even cooler, we'd also get a transcription, paste it underneath the video, and that way Google would be able to pick up everything that I was saying as text. They'd be able to index it, and hopefully we'd get really world domination with our search engine optimization for our site. Losing the plot a little bit there. But yeah, cool thing. Even though now, as we learned yesterday, Google can actually index the audio track of a video, and when you search for it, it will actually take you to the page that the video's on and put the video to the exact position where that word was mentioned, which is really cool, but that's not mainstream yet. So going off on a total tangent, if you have got video, get it transcribed, and then put that transcription, all the actual text of what's been said, underneath the video so the search engines can pick it up. Now let's move on to a little bit more about search engine optimization. Great quote today. SEO is not for the weak. If you fall in that category, the PPC session is just down the hall. And I think this was coming in context of talking about really massive sites. And one of the people speaking on the panel was the internal SEO, the internal search engine optimization guy for Microsoft. And he was saying that when they did an actual review of their site, they had 1.5 billion www addresses relating to their site. And that's where that quote came in. But yeah, really important with our site that we're very careful of the content. And one of the things that came up is don't really have your own content management systems written for you. Use one that's custom, that's already out there. I mean, we use in our agency WordPress, we use Drupal, we use Joomla, because they've supported, tons of people are using them, and they often have really easy plugins to solve things. And one of the biggest problems that a handwritten CMS can cause, or that content management systems as a whole cause, is like lots of duplicate content, where you can have the same content but it can be referenced by different www addresses. So that's a bit technical. So if you get stuck, send me an email, send me a tweet, and I'll be able to give you a bit more advice about that. But kind of the way to get around that is to either use the canonical tag or to use a 301 redirect. So that's a little bit for the real techies that are going to be watching this video. And then the other really cool tip was to write a list of all the keywords that you want, and then write the pages that you want them to go for. So it's all very cool doing this SEO stuff, but we've got to make sure that the rankings that we get when Google lists our website, that it's actually the page that we want, and it's a money page. It's the page that makes us the money. So what we've got to make sure that we do is list all the keywords that we're going for, list the pages that they should be going to, and if there's a kind of mismatch between them, we've got to tweak, manipulate the pages that are showing up to make sure that the right pages show up, so that we can have pages in the search engines that actually generate us leads, make us sales, or a part of our buying process. And the final thing that was said that I really, really agree with is that in most cases, you should be using an agency. And the reason why I should be using an agency is because when you use an agency, there's a team of people, not just one person who's made an opinion by reading a blog post. So that's a little bit of a generalization. There's lots of things you can do yourself. But I think when it comes to getting really good results from search engines, agencies called to use, I would say that I own an agency. So I thought it was important to include it. And it's my video, so if you can't say and have a radical pitch at the end, then what would be the point? So that was an update of today. Tomorrow there's some really juicy stuff going on about link building. There's also tons of stuff that I've missed out because I haven't really had the time to go fully in depth. So there's probably going to be some follow-up videos. So again, I'm off a first time this week. I've actually managed to get some sleep. The jet lag's worn off, and I can hear the Vegas Strip calling my name. Guy, come and party. So thanks for watching, and I will catch up with you tomorrow. Bye.